How y'all doing today? Today we're gonna be doing a gumbo, a Louisiana style gumbo. So I'm gonna show you exactly what you need. You're gonna need a thing of chicken broth, 5-minute rice. You're gonna need sausage, and that kind of sausage is the kielbasa sausage. You're gonna need thyme. You're gonna need the it don't matter what kind of shrimp, but this was my choice. It's already peeled and clean. All I gotta do is rinse them off, but it's the 5160 count peeled white shrimp. Then I also have some snow crab clusters. I only bought 2 because this meal can cook for a whole family with just the ingredients that I have. It don't take much to make a good gumbo. And also, this right here come in the store already ready for you. We're going to have that gumbo mix. It has okra, corn, celery, onions, and sweet red peppers. Okay? This is also optional, but I really want to get that good Louisiana flavor, so get you 1 shrimp and crab boil. It's the liquid seasoning. Alright, we're going to use a couple chicken bouillons, chicken cubes. Alright, then we got the Mrs. Dash. We got the lemon pepper kind. It's so much less sodium. You want to get all your sodium from the Old Bay. And we have the blackened seasoning with Old Bay. Alright? So all I did was dice up my onions right here. And then I cut the scallion into small pieces. Alright, let's get started. What we did was, this is the first step. We coated our pan with some virgin olive oil. And then what we did was we put the chicken in there so we could sear it off and seal those flavors in so it'll hold that flavor for that good gumbo. See how it's coming together? Just stick with me. We'll be back. Okay, y'all see how they looking? They just about what we want them at. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put just a little Old Bay seasoning on them because this is a gumbo. It's a seafood gumbo. So we're going to take them out just like this. Putting that good flavor on it. Let that Old Bay sit on it after you've already sealed those flavors on the inside. And this is another reason why I start taking it out. How I know it's ready, because it starts breaking apart. So that tells me that the meat is already tender. But we don't want it to break up like that because we want it to go inside our gumbo. Alright, those good old seasonings at the bottom, we're going to leave them in the pot. And that's going to be a good taste for the pot. Stay right there. Alright. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to add our sausage in here and let them brown. And you want to make sure all of them land flat. Just like this. Take them and make sure they all land flat, so they get seared evenly on both sides. I'll be right back with you. Okay, y'all, we taking the shrimp out. They're halfway. They're not all the way. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna build our roux. So I'll be right back with you. All right, y'all, we're taking our sausage out. You see they nice and brown. And next what we're going to do is we're going to put our shrimp in, but we're not going to cook the shrimp all the way through. We're going to cook it halfway through, and we're going to take it out because it only takes about 2 to 3 minutes to cook shrimp. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them cook halfway with all this good seasoning stuck at the bottom. Then after we're done with the halfway process, we're going to take them out. We don't want them all the way done because if they're too done, they'll be rubbery. And we don't want that. So I just rinsed off my shrimp. Put my Old Bay seasoning on it. Okay. Now we can just dump them down in there. As they get brown, we'll be back with you. Okay, now we just took our shrimp out. what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our vegetables in there. And we're gonna let them cook. Alright? We don't want them to become translucent, but we do want them to cook. So I'll be right back with you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own roux. My style. Old school. That'll be enough. That'll be enough. Okay. What I'm gonna do is turn my heat on high. It's at about an 8 or a 9. We're gonna add our Old Bay in there because we want to taste that good seasoning for the seafood. Alright. And it's also help brown. This is gonna be a nice roux for you. It's gonna be a good gravy. Alright. Give y'all a good look at them onions. Y'all see how they cooking? Okay. Now, like I said, we don't want our onions to be translucent. So this is what we're gonna do. We don't want them to cook no more past that. Not frying. Right? So now this is when you use your chicken broth. Now we're building the pot right now. We don't want to use no water. Maybe we might have to use a little bit, but mainly the base of it, the base of everything counts. So this is the foundation that we're going to build off of. See? Now, all those good seasonings that were stuck to the bottom, we're going to cook, and we're going to keep building. We're not going to do nothing too fast. Okay? Now, let me get me another fork. Now I'm gonna show you how to make this homemade roux. Now you're gonna see my flour is cooking. We didn't add no liquids in it. Nothing in it but the flour right now. And this is part of the browning process. Okay? This is what's gonna make our roux. I'm gonna let it sit right there and make sure it's evenly coated. Alright? Now, what we're gonna do to our pot, we're gonna add our chicken. As that chicken cooks, we've already sealed in the flavors. This is different fork. This is my chicken fork. It was right here. We're gonna add our chicken. We're gonna add those juices in there. Close the pot, let that get a good boil, and we're going to keep cooking our gravy. But it's really a roux. It's how I don't know exactly how all people do it in Louisiana, but I'm going to give you one style of this, the way you make a roux. Alright? Some people will put butter in theirs and start out with a butter base and all that. No. I want a good, thick roux. Old school, everything through it. We'll be back when it turns brown. Okay, y'all see those little clumps? Don't worry about that. As we're going, what you want to do is, you want to go through it like this. And you can see it's browning. You want to keep doing this right here. Press it down. You're still cooking it. Don't worry about it burning. Long as you keep moving it. As long as you keep moving it, it should be okay. I'm going to show y'all something. This is really old school. Deep southern thing, man. But I burnt my finger. But what we're doing is, we're bringing everything to you. Just the same way we was giving. So, once you start making it, your family will enjoy these southern meals. I know people all around the world cook this, but ain't nothing like a southern meal. Trust me. Believe it. Alright? You see this? See how it's getting browner, more browner as we go. Now, if we were just making a gravy, what we would do is, and this will make a lot of gravy, but what we would do is, we'll add a little bit of oil and then add water. But we're making a roux. So stick with me. All right, y'all. Y'all see how dark it is? This is the color I would like my roux. You can do it as darker if you want to, or you can start right here. But just watch this process. It's the only thing that really matters right now is getting this right. You don't want to burn it, so you want to make sure that you move your flour around and keep sifting it, knocking out those big clumps and chunks. So when it cooks and it goes into that, you're going to see how it just locks up. Okay? Now what we're going to do is, this is where the magic come in. Old school gravy. Just like this. We're going to add that right there. I'll add a little more than that. Okay? About a teaspoon of oil, maybe a little more. Okay. What we're going to do is turn that heat off, and we're going to just do it just like this. Let that oil touch all of it. Let the oil touch all of it, not just some. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to add a little more. Okay, that's enough oil. That's all you need. Now, remember, you don't want to add no water to this. You don't want to add no water to this because guess what? We already have a pot with chicken broth in it. And that's our liquid. So now that all of our flour has oil on it and it's coated, now guess what we're going to do? We're going to add it just like this into our pot. Now I could add more oil to make it stick and come all together as one, or I can just put it in there because it's the same thing. Less work. Okay? Our chicken is already in there and it's going. Now watch this. You see that? You see how all that's sticking? And it come together. As soon as you put it in that pan, it turns into a roux. Just like what we want. Okay, you see how it's sizzling? Now watch this. See that? Now you got yourself a homemade roux. Now as this thing cooks, it's going to get thicker and thicker. But what we're going to do is we're going to close this up and let our chicken cook. We're going to let our chicken get tender, and then we're going to finish off the process. Easiest gumbo you can make, and the best. Alright, y'all. I have my chicken in there. I also added my sausage. My chicken had been in maybe about 10 minutes before I added my sausage. You know I put my roux in there so you can see that gravy coming together just the way I want it. You don't have to go out and get no store-bought. All it takes is a little time to make your own. I added more spices. I added more Old Bay, blackened Old Bay. I added a little bit of lemon pepper, and I put some oregano leaves in there. I added black pepper. Now this is what I'm also gonna put in there. See that? It don't take much because this stuff right here is very concentrated. So that's all you need. Okay, and now I'm finna put in my chicken bouillons. I only have 2 of them, so I'm going to show you how. Just put them in there now so all the flavor can come together as it cooks. Basically, all you have to do is add your snow crabs and your shrimp, and your gumbo is done. But we're going to give it about 20 more minutes because that chicken is already tender from that sear we did. And the kind of thighs that I bought was bone out. It was no bones in my chicken thighs. That's why another reason why I cook so fast and good. I mean, even if you buy the kind with it, all you have to do is just take the bone out of it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let that cook for a while. I was just giving you an update. Another 20 minutes has gone by. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna add our gumbo mix. This is the vegetables. You want to put it in there probably about 40 to 45 minutes before the cook is done. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, that's enough. Go ahead and get a little mix. Man, look at that, man. Coming together just right. Y'all see it? I'm ready to eat already. And my chicken getting up. It's tender already. We're going to keep letting it cook. Then when we come back, we're going to be adding our seafood. Alright, y'all. Be back. Alright, y'all. It's been another 20 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my crab legs. Snow crabs in. It's also going to help with that flavor too. Man, look how good this looks, man. See how all that's coming together? Good and seasoned all the way through. Exactly what we want. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on low. Let it cook for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to come back, turn the pot off, and then add our shrimp. I'll be back with you. Alright, y'all. Y'all see the snow crabs? How everything came together? This is exactly how you want it. See that? Number goodness. Now what we're going to do is add our shrimp. This was a real gumbo right here. Homemade. You don't get no better than this. Same process for like if you wanted to add, a seafood gumbo or something like that, then you add your oysters and stuff like that, but we just kept it simple on this one. You can add so much stuff to a gumbo. But y'all see that? That's what we came up with. And if you follow the recipe and do it just like this, yours will turn out too. I'll be back with the finished look. Alright, y'all. I got my white rice. I'm finna show you the finishing look. Alright. Y'all see that? That's how it turned out. The way gumbo's supposed to be. New Orleans style. We're gonna start off with this. Put it on up. Look at all that milk, all that shredded chicken. This is how you cook a gumbo, man. Alright, and then all you gotta do is add your one like that, but I gotta get me a bigger bowl, or you just grab it like this, put it on the inside, just like that. That's my finishing look.